Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Invest Smarter podcast. I'm your host, Simon Castillo, and today I am thrilled to be joined by Scott Jacobson. Scott has over 2 decades of active real estate investing experience and knowledge, ranging from single-family homes and duplexes to multifamily apartment buildings and a medical professional office building. He is currently working on larger multifamily real estate syndication deals, and since 2016 has been a general partner and limited partner in over 4,000 apartment units throughout the Midwest and multiple industrial park complexes in the eastern United States. That's quite an impressive bio, Scott. First of all, I'd like to welcome you to the show.
Thank you so much, Simon. I'm really looking forward to it. Appreciate you having me here today.
Yeah, I'm excited to have this conversation with you. So that's a pretty impressive bio, but I went over it at a really high level. Why don't you take a few moments and just kind of fill us in a little more on your backstory?
Sure. Yeah, I'd be happy to. I guess, to reference or to expand upon the, you say 2 decades of experience, I was originally introduced to the whole idea of investment real estate from the person who was assigned as my mentor at my first job out of college. And I was an accounting major. I was working in public accounting at one of the big, I think at that time it was big 5 accounting firms. And when I got together with my mentor, we didn't talk about accounting though, thankfully. No one likes accounting, right? We talked about real estate because he was, and still is, but he was big into residential real estate. I think even at that point, it had over 100 rentals that he managed somehow, at the same time as being a manager at a big 5 accounting firm. So that was my first introduction to realizing that it was even possible to own a home that you don't live in. Like before that, I had no idea that you could even do that. Just the whole concept was foreign to me. And I actually remember riding around with him at one point, and we were in the car, and he would just kind of casually, that's my house, and that's my house, and I own that one over there. And I just think like, man, if I were this guy, I feel like I'd be yelling it, like telling everyone, holy cow, I own that house and I own that house. But he was just so casual about it. And that kind of, it was a mind shift for me, I guess, to know that, hey, I can do this kind of thing, or I could do this kind of thing. So he was the first person that opened my eyes and opened my mind to that, I guess. And he told me to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a lot of people have read that. And honestly, it was kind of life-changing is kind of a cliche thing, but really for me, it was life-changing. Like my life looks a lot different now than it would have been without him as my mentor. So,
that's such a strange dynamic, because when you think about a corporate mentor, typically they're going to mentor you on, how do you navigate the corporate ladder, right? And for you to have a corporate mentor that ends up being your real estate mentor, that's pretty amazing. And it's pretty fortunate, right, for you?
Oh man, looking back, like I consider that one of the best moments of my life. It was very unscripted and never would have seen it coming, but yeah, and it fits my personality really well too, because I've never been a suit and tie kind of corporate ladder kind of guy. So having this, I still have a day job, still have a W-2 job that I enjoy, and I don't have any plans to quit, but I really enjoy the real estate and everything that comes along with that. So yeah, I was very fortunate to have that opportunity.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a conversation, I think just last night, with another investor, and we were talking about people who have W-2 jobs and are investing, and the W-2 job pays the bills and helps you to get financing for certain types of deals, but real estate is the vehicle that's building the wealth behind that. And your W-2 won't build wealth for you the way that real estate can. So, but there is a way for both of them to work together, and it sounds like you figured that out, like how to make both of them kind of work towards your overall goals.
I really like how you said that, or just that idea. I like that you put that in words, because for me, that's been exactly right. Yeah, the W-2 job helps me to, it pays the bills and have some consistency for myself and my family. And the real estate, I kind of think that's like you said, it's ultimately what's kind of building my net worth and balance sheet, and ultimately that's what's going to help me retire closer to how I want to retire, the kind of with the life or lifestyle that I envision.